blah blah blah. Hey, so I only make stupid video games, and here's what I was planning on making for the first half of this year. I could probably get all of this done, I don't know. This is Blowout, and it's actually a game I released a year and a bit ago on mobile, but like all my projects, I end up finishing it, putting it down, and then going, hey, do you know what I could do to like get money? I could work on this, and then I work on it until I get to a bit of a milestone and then drop it again. The idea is that it's Space Invaders, but you can't kill the enemies, you can only blow them away. It's non-violent. I wanted every level to have unique bullets and enemies to constantly create a sense of novelty. Yeah, I wanted each level to have a little bit of complexity to it, but the main priority is humour and on strange sensory feelings. It's dumb because it's gross, and also the main character is named Mr. Blow, and his lore is that he killed JFK. But last year I took the mobile version and made a demo, which it turned out wasn't really that worth my time. But now that I have that, I might just go ahead and try and stretch this out to about an hour long, add some cutscenes, and then hopefully it could turn into a little cult classic. I'm planning on making it a $5 game, but I'm intrigued of like setting the price to $1, because then I think people might just buy it for like no reason, and that feels aesthetically harmonious for this project. The next project I have in the chamber is a game called Face to Face. This game, on first impression, is my least stupid game. How it works is that there's a bunch of shapes in this little area, and you place faces onto these shapes. If two faces touch, then they kiss and they disappear. Which is great if you're a loser. Winners can make faces kiss through objects that touch, as long as each object on the way from one face to another shares one thing in common. So they like kiss through the transitive property. It's Suika game meets Uno. This game is stupid because it's just complex enough that it's not immediately understandable, which is basically death for a casual game. I like it though. It was pointed out to me that it was kind of strange that I added all these weird physics to like an action puzzle game. Tetris and stuff has physics, but it's very rigid. But you know, to me it felt really natural. The big problem with making this game is that every time I playtest it, I end up coming to the conclusion that I need to take something away to like make it better, which isn't great when you want to sell a video game, right? You want stuff in the video game. It's like if I chiseled away like a perfect little sculpture out of this big thing of marble, and then they weigh the little sculpture at the end, and it's like, oh, it's only 5 grams, it's not that great. It's like, whoa, but it was I chiseled so much. When I finally finish this, I'll make the game free on Steam, but then you could buy like custom themes as DLC, and then it'll be the mobile version, which just costs like $3 or whatever. I don't know if that's gonna work. So I made this escape room last year that I made a full video about, and I liked making it, so I thought I'd make like 10 and then sell them as a collection. Also helps that I spent way too long making an escape room maker, like a bunch of editor scripts to make the process quicker, so hey, let's actually use that. The problem with making like an adventure game or like an escape room is that it takes a lot of playtesting to make sure that everything is clear. But the way I playtest, I'm sort of reliant on events, where I just have like a bunch of people play at once, but then I can't iterate while they're doing that, so it kind of sucks. I have a bunch of the rooms planned out, but I don't want to spoil them. Okay, I'll tell you about one. It's called Escape the Room. Basically, a bunch of will point out the wall, and of course you have to escape, so... And that's when you peel it back and there's a key there, which you then... Now you could use the scissors with the megaphone, or you could... 3 different liquids. I just think that would be a funny concept. Next game I'm planning on making is called Conversation with Obsidian. So I made this game a while ago called Conversation with a Rock. It's an ink-style piece of interactive fiction where the rock obviously doesn't say anything back to you. I thought it was cute, so I put it on Steam just as an experiment, and it seemed like it got 70 reviews. So I wanted to experiment with making DLC for it. I'm not sure what direction I'm going to go in with how the interactive fiction is going to work, but I want more set pieces where you interact with the obsidian in more interesting ways than just talking. So I'm thinking you might play chess with the piece of obsidian, or you might give it a big old snog. I want the DLC to be twice as long as the original, but I want to write it in half the time. Ha 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 ha. I don't think that's going to happen. What I learned through my year of making interactive fiction kind of exclusively is that I'm completely shattered by it after even doing it for any length of time whatsoever. So the last game I'm planning on actively working on is this old game I made called Moving Jigsaw Puzzles, but I'm going to make it free. This game is dumb because it's boring. It's essentially just a jigsaw puzzle game, but instead of solving a static image, you piece together a moving piece of video. I was selling it for $5, which was a dumb idea, so I'm just going to make it free and make the make your own puzzle element as DLC, because I spent a ton of time making it so you could just input a YouTube link and it would show up in the game. Whatever, I don't think it's going to make any money, but hopefully more people will play it, and I've put more time into projects with less of a shot of making a return, so those are all the dumb games I'm working on at the moment. If anyone signs up to my Patreon, I'll make another video. Bye.